Yo, yo, yo. What's good, family? You already know. It's your boy, A.P, the Money Professor. I'm out here. I just, I really don't have much knowledge to kick today. I just want to share this beautiful day with y'all. I'm out here in this glorious, glorious environment. You know what I'm saying? Check out my view. I don't know if y'all could capture the view from from the uh from the video like that, but this is beautiful. To me, it's beautiful. I'm out here in my element, you know what I'm saying? Barefoot, you know, soaking up the mother earth. That's things that I do, you know what I'm saying? I'm something like a hippie gangster, you know what I mean? That's cool though. I like it. I own it. That's who I am. It is what it is, you dig? But yeah, I love it. I just want to share this with y'all because this is so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? This is great. This is how I take, like, I'll sit down, meditate, you know what I'm saying, talk to God, because that's what I do. I talk to my father, my mother, you know what I mean? I talk to God, you know, sit here and just like space out. Let God, let God touch me. That's where a lot of times before my videos, that's what I do, you know what I'm saying? I let God talk to me. I ask God for guidance. I ask God, you know what I'm saying, that I don't mislead nobody, things like that. And God's energy just talks to me. You know what I'm saying? It just communicates with me. And that's how I'm able to bring certain things to y'all. And like I said in my past video, you know what I'm saying? One of my, I think the past video I just made, I said that I bring things like as they come to me, I'll give them to y'all. Like a lot of times I get certain realizations and I may not act on it right away unless I know for sure that this is coming from God. You know, that I could feel that. You know what I'm saying? And I do. I get those confirmations or whatnot, and then I bring the information to y'all. You know, because that's what I feel like I'm supposed to do anyway. You know, that's just what I feel like I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to share this. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all know what it is. You know what? Now that I'm here, let me talk about something. My last video, I was starting to say something about how us as parents, I'm a parent, whatever. And I know, many of y'all probably are parents. And we got our children, and sometimes our children come to us and ask us for things. And us as the parent, we know better, right? We know what's good, what's, more or less, to the best of our ability. We know certain things are good, certain things are bad for our kids. Our kids don't understand this, but they come and they ask. And when they ask and they get denied or they don't get the answer they want, or it doesn't happen when they want it to happen, they get upset. They catch hard feelings. They get upset with us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they get angry with us, right? And when you think about it, this is kind of like what God goes through with us. God being the parent and us being the child. And we come to God in prayer a lot of times and we feel like our prayers ain't being answered, and then we get angry. Tragedies happen in our life and we come to God with it and, oh God, make this better and all this stuff. And y'all not, and we not understanding, like, God has a much greater sense of what's best. Even in those moments, I'm talking like when we facing death of a family member or something, and we want this person to stick around and stuff like that. Sometimes, in a way, when you want to think about it for real, it's kind of a selfish emotion that's coming from us. Say we have a family member, God forbid, that came down with cancer, came down with like some life-threatening illness, something that's serious and possibly take their life, and it does. God forbid, but it does. And then we asking God, we angry with God. Oh, I prayed, I wanted you to make her better, and this and this and that. Not understanding that this person who we love was suffering. They was going through something. And in a lot of ways, God ease their suffering. Kind of answered your prayer, just not in the way you want it. And one thing we don't understand, like we're afraid of things we don't know, and what we don't understand. We don't understand death. And a lot of us think about it like it's the end all. Or a lot of us look at it like, because religion has told us if you ain't living right, you're going to go to the bad place and stuff. So a lot of us is afraid of death. So we look at the situation like, man, it's better to stay here and be suffering than to die. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Or we're looking more at our own emotion, like how much you gonna miss this person not being around, not knowing that they are transitioning to a higher state of living, a higher state of life. So when they pass on, it's actually they're going literally. We always say this, but this is like God's truth in our language. They are going to a better place. That's where they're going. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be with God. And in the end, you know what I'm saying? And, everybody has their own view on the afterlife and whatnot. But I'm just telling you the understanding that has come to me. We get angry sometimes at certain things that happen in our life. And we're not understanding the bigger picture. Why these things is happening? Why did this come into our life at this time? Why did this thing happen? You know what I'm saying? It's not so much that God don't care about us, right? It's not that. It's that God does care, and God's showing us so many ways on how we could bypass these things that happen in our life. But the thing is, we want to live the way we want to live. We want to do what we want to do. And God said, cool, you want to do that? Fine. Go ahead and do that. But understand that when you do, I'm giving you free will. You do whatever you want. But when you do it, understand that there's consequences that come with your actions. These are laws of the universe. I ain't making this happen. This would have been set in place long before you even got here. This been part of the plan. This is how everything was constructed. This is the blueprint. The blueprint is if you do X, Y, Z, then ABC is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around it. If I push this button, every time I push this button, a trap door opens. Understanding that push the button, the trap door is gonna open. You could possibly fall through it. You could jump over it, do it, but know that trap door is gonna open. So if it opens, you're not ready for it, you fall through. Don't get mad because you pushed the button. You did the action that caused this thing to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be responsible for our actions. And this is what God is saying. He's like, yo, check it out. I'm telling you what you got to do. I'm putting you on. Like, yo, listen, you do this. Do this way. And if you do it this way, I know what it look like, but I'm giving you the direction. This is what is so important about getting on the right frequency to hear God in the right way. Because God will give you the direction, regardless of how it looks. You see many examples, like in whatever your holy books are. I don't care what you read. There's stories and examples of people who go through impossible situations where it looks like there's no way out, and somehow, some way, through their faith, through their whatever religion or whatever philosophy they're following in their life, through that and their faith in that, they somehow persevere. This is what it's about. At the end of the day, God's trying to show us, like, yo, my way is the best way. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you're looking at this situation. The love of your life, it might be walking out the door. Well, guess what? That isn't the love of your life. You think it is right now. But later on, I'm going to show you something so much better. It's things like that happen. And we get mad about these little certain situations that happen in our life. And not knowing that later on down the road, God is just preparing us for something even better. And even, you never know. That love of your life might have walked out, whatever. It wasn't a good time. 10, 15, 20 years later, boom, they walk back in. Now it's a better time. Now it's the best time. Now it's the perfect time. Now you can enjoy a better life with them. You know what I'm saying? A better future. You never know. And we shut, like, things don't happen for us the way we want. And we throw a tantrum like a child. Like our children throw a tantrum when we say no. Your kid come to you and ask you for some sugar at 10 o'clock at night. You know that that's not the right thing to do. They're going to stay up all these hours. No. Ask me at a different time, maybe you get it. But right now, no, you ain't getting it at 10 o'clock. That's just like us when we, oh God, give me this car. Oh God, I need a house. God this, God that. God's like, no, you're not ready for that. You're not prepared for that. It's not the time. I got you. If you ask me later on, or you know what? It's not even if you ask. I know you want it. I got you. But right now, it's 10 o'clock at night. I ain't giving you no sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much how God is. And you know, I've be coming to realize these things, right? People kind of like have a taboo thing where like comparing themselves to God. And I understand where the taboo come from. But I'll be honest with you, I compare myself a lot in certain ways, and I gain an understanding. This makes me more understanding of being a better person because I understand where God's coming from, what He expects from us. Why? Because I'm a parent, and I'm going through it with my own children in that same way. So I need to know, you know, I if I gain that understanding of how God is it might possibly be viewing the situation when it comes to me, I can better understand my child and possibly understand a better way to interact with my child. You know? What did Jesus say? Do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Like, bro, all of this knowledge connects. Everything connects. Everything connects. Every single thing. You know what I'm saying? You just have to find the thread and you have to see how it connects. I told you before, I love the Bible and I believe in it, you know, wholeheartedly. But I don't believe in it in a lot of ways that other people believe in it. I don't accept other people's interpretations. I accept the interpretation God gives me. That's what I accept. And so when I say I believe in the Bible wholeheartedly, I'm not telling you that I believe every single thing literally in the Bible the way it's told. That's how it is. The way the pastor might tell you or whatever. No. I believe certain things in that way, but I also know that God speaks in a lot of ways. Like, yo, you could visit the Bible right now and read one thing and have a certain idea or mindset in your head as you read that. And then return to that at a whole nother time when things is different in your life or happening different in your life and you have a different mindset and read that same passage. Now it speaks to you differently. This is why you can't accept this one interpretation. Somebody tells you, oh, this is what this means, and that's what you rock with, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But also, I'm also saying, too, it is dangerous to lean on the own understanding that you have in the perception that you have right now. This is what it means to not lean on your own understanding because, you know, the heart is deceitful. Understand, this might be a hard thing for people to understand, but you don't only think with your brain. You don't understand? Your brain has a thinking capacity, but you also think also with other parts of your body. Your heart being another part. Now, if you don't believe me and you're a Christian and you know you believe in Jesus Christ and all that, then go back to the Bible. Go back to the Bible and read everything. Every time Jesus spoke to the Pharisees or whatever, he spoke about them thinking with their hearts. Thinking inside of their heart, in their heart. He always said about them thinking with their heart. He never spoke about their brain. He said their heart. Your heart has a capacity to think. It can think. Your heart can do that. And your heart thinks a lot. Your heart thinks with emotion. And that's the problem. A lot of us think with our heart, with our emotion. Listen, your heart could be in a certain place where you have good intentions, but you also have bad stuff in there. You're holding on to resentments. You're holding on to grudges. So when you deal with people, that's where you hold it. It's not so much up here. You don't really hold it up here. You hold it down here. You know what I'm saying? And so when you deal with people and everything, this is what leaning on your own understanding is. Sometimes you have to get out of here and you have to get back into here. Sometimes when God blesses you with a certain understanding, God blesses you with. Sometimes that understanding goes against what you feel here. But that's when you have to pray and you have to ask God for the guidance. And God will bless you with guidance. And sometimes that's when you have to change this. This has to become softer or harder in a certain situation. In the Bible, it speaks about it a lot. God hardened the person's heart. Your heart, you're thinking with your heart. You're evil in your heart. In your heart, you have bad tendencies. It's your emotions and stuff. If you run your life with your emotions, you're going to be all whacked out. But at the same time, you can't always run your life on a logic level too. The emotions are there for a reason. They're supposed to guide you in a certain way, but you're supposed to think about it. Don't run all the way with this thought. That's just like every man thinking with his penis. Now, I'm going to tell you, that is a real thing. We have a consciousness in our whole body. I've been explaining this. It's in every cell in your DNA. It's a memory. It's a certain energy that's there. Whether it's negative or positive, it's there. You know what I'm saying? And it's all in your body. Your penis. We think with our penis sometimes. That's that. It's kind of like a demon, that lust demon. He's down there. He lives there. That's the penis, right? And if you let him run the show, I'm telling you, you're going to have a lot of problems in your life. And a lot of men I know let that guy run the show. And when they look around in their life, man, yeah, they might be getting money, they might this or that. But yo, their life is trash. Like for real. Like the inside and how they feel, it's not good. It's not deep. I know it because I used to be one of those dudes, and I used to be around those dudes all the time. You can't tell me no different. If they running around acting flossy and all this stuff, and yo, look at all my, all my hoes, all my thotties and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? And yo, all this stuff that, man, that's front. Because I'm going to tell you on the real inside, dudes is all messed up. I promise you. And I'm not talking, like I said, once again, on this religious, I'm speaking practical. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you living like that. You know. And you know what I'm talking about if you used to live like that. And you don't know more. You know what I'm talking about. It's that hole that's there that you can't fill. You know how you feel it? Like this. You feel it like this. Coming out here with appreciation for the blessings that God gave us. You know what I'm saying? You don't even got to think, like for real. Like, yo, think about this. Like how much we take for granted, right? Think about the blessing of your ability, your respiratory system. How it works automatically. You breathe. And you need that for life. If you stop breathing, you stop living. So it's on an automatic process. You don't even have to think about it. Think about this. What if, along with everything else that you have in your life, you had to remember to breathe? On top of everything else you got to do, that you had to always remember to breathe. How miserable your life would be. How many people with asthma or anxiety or stuff like that who have those issues, respiratory issues, cancer, all that, one lung, collapsed lung, all that it's hard for them to take that air in, and they would know the blessing that it is that we have an automated system that works properly all the time. We ain't even got to think about it. We take that for granted every day. Think about that. Just think about that right there. We take that for granted every day. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you had to remember to breathe. Man. Yo, just that right there, I got to say, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for that gift right there. And you know what, with that, I'm going to end this one. I love y'all. It's your boy, 8-Face, the Muddy Professor. Peace and blessings to everybody out there. I'm out. Peace.